Okay, let's warm up the lower body before we begin to sculpt it. So I'd like you to stand with the feet about shoulder width apart, kind of tuck the tailbone, holds in the abdomen, shoulders are down, chest is open, neck is up, and we're ready to go. Deep breath. And reach. Bend the knees and down. And down. How about one more? With the shoulder to the ear, it's up and press. Up and press. Now together, up. And again, exaggerate the movement. All the way up, all the way down, and up. Now circle with the arms, so it's circle and press. Circle and press. Reach, press the shoulder, and extend. And again, other arm. And reach, and press, and extend. And here we go with a quadricep warm-up. And use the biceps. Heel and heel. Down and up. All the way down and up. Use the heel. Use the biceps. And down. And down. And do it. Down and up. Now we're going to warm up the hamstring, so press. Let's use the arms and arms. And all the way back, warm up the back of the leg, pull the toe up. Use the abdomen, shoulders and hips facing the same direction, other side, and press. Use the arms and reach and pull. Let's just hold it there and reach and pull. That back heel is down. And let's give a good stretch. Lift that front toe all the way up towards the leg. Abdomen is in. Shoulders and hips are facing the same direction. And let's take it front. And lunge it down. Again, make sure your hips and shoulders are facing the same direction. The abdomen is in. And really stretch. The chest lifted. 2 and 2. And the knee is over the foot. And 1, and 1. And down, warming it up. And reach it up, take it down, and all the way down. The head comes up last. Once again, and up, and down, all the way down. The head comes up last. This time, I'd like you to take it down halfway and arch the back. And down, and arch the back. Again, use the abdomen, all the way up,
let the base kick.
And down, and up, and down. This time I want you to lift the knee. And down, and up, and down, and up. Lift the knee. For 3. And again. Upright rows with the arms. 1 more. And that's the warm-up, and we are going to have a great workout. Working the calf muscles is a very important part of sculpting the legs. So let's begin in a position with the feet about shoulder width apart and the toes pointed to the sides. The hips are tucked, the abdomen is in, and we're going to use the chair for not support, but just for balance. So here we go. And lift the heels and down. Now you want to come all the way up to the full range of motion. So you're up and down. You want to feel those muscles, those calf muscles contract and lengthen. The chest is open and you're squeezing your gluteal muscles. Now for 2. Lift it for 2. And down. 2 and down. Remember, the knees are not locked. They stay slightly soft, slightly relaxed. Very important that we not overwork the joints while we're working the muscles. Same thing, continue with the heels facing back. feet slightly closer, about shoulder width, and lift. Now in your mind's eye, I want you to see that calf muscle getting tight and then lengthening, tight and lengthening. Remember what I told you about that power pulse? It enables you to stay in the contraction at its peak for just another moment, which is what makes that muscle work very effectively. Okay, now I'd like you to step back from the chair so that your feet are just under the hips and support the back with the abdomen. Lift and down. Again, the knees are slightly relaxed. Make sure that you're far enough away from your chair that you can kind of lengthen the back. I want you to have a fairly straight line from your head to your tailbone, so you want to drop your body down. Same thing with the knees bent, and lift, and down. Remember, we're working those calves, but we're using the abdomen all the time for support of the back. The shoulders are pressed down. And as we did with the legs straighter, now as we're getting fatigued, this is the opportunity to get strong, to really define those muscles. So I want you to lift those heels really high. Last few. Last two. And last one. All right, let's bring it up and stretch. You may get a little sore tomorrow, but that's okay. Make sure you stretch both legs, get them back to the resting length. Good one. We're going to work and sculpt the quadriceps, the upper part of the leg. Now I want you to start with the feet about shoulder width apart, and you'll have your weight basically in your heels. Let's place the hands behind the hips to remind us to tuck the gluteal muscles and the tailbone. And we're going to start slowly. So here we go. Middle and down and middle and up. Now you never want to go lower than your knee level. And all the time you're using your inner thighs as well. The body is very erect, and down and up and squeeze. As you come up, I want you to squeeze the inner thighs as well as the gluteal muscles. All the way down. Remember, the weight is basically in the heels. The abdomen's in, down for 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, squeeze it up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Come on, all the way down. Now we're going to make a change. So it's down, lift the heel, and down, squeeze it up. Down, lift the heel, down, squeeze it up. I want you to really think about that quadriceps doing the work here. A little more. Down, and lift, and press, and up. Remember, the shoulders are down, the chest is lifted. Okay, get ready, we're going to make a change. To the side, down, 2, 3, and up. Now the body is forward, so the chest is over the quadricep, over the thigh. And we're working the front leg and down. Check your abdomen, make sure it's in. Now make the body straight so that your hips are basically over the knee. Now we're working that back quadricep. Down, take it all the way down. All the way down. Squeeze your gluteal muscles. Get your back as neutral, as straight as possible. Without straightening, I want you to take it to the other side. Now the weight is forward again. It's not really a bounce, it's more of a hold, an opportunity to get into that muscle. The weight is forward, the hands are on the leg. A few more. Get that knee all the way down. Okay, now let's straighten the body so the shoulders are basically over the hips. The knee is directly under the hip. And down. And down. Come on, push through it. A few more. 10 more. Okay, turn it to the front. Let's keep it low and low and low. Squeeze halfways up. The hands behind the hips.
Energy.
Halfways up. Okay, now as we did with the heel lift. Down, lift the heel, and press. Halfways up. Remember, you're using those inner thighs as well. Okay, last few. And bring it up. And you're going to want to stretch this quadriceps. Let's work those outer thighs, and I'd like you to be in the proper position. If you're up on your elbow, be sure to lift the rib cage so you have a straight line from the underarm to the hip, or you might find it a little easier, a little more comfortable to have the body on the floor totally. Reach the front arm forward, so it's middle and up, and middle and down. Now don't touch the legs. You want to make it as difficult as possible in the short time that we have to accomplish this exercise. Middle and up. Check that your abdomen is in. Now we're going to do the same thing with the leg extended. And I mean the leg extended directly from the hip. So you have a straight line from the hip to the foot. And you're using a lot of control. Remember that the other leg is bent. Keep going. You know, sometimes we have to get some repetition going before we feel the fatigue. Then once we feel that fatigue, well, then that's the best part. That's the part where we're making progress. So this is just kind of getting there. Okay, now let's move the legs so the knees are one on top of the other, down and up. Same thing, to the middle, to the bottom, to the top. Don't touch the floor, don't go there. We're gonna make a change. So it's in and out, take it down and up. In and out, down and up. You wanna have your hips stacked one on top of the other, so that's why I asked you to reach forward with the top arm to facilitate this. A little more. In and out. Down, don't touch the floor. We want to challenge ourselves. We want to make it really work. Get the most out of the exercise. In the short time we have, make it effective. Same thing, now let's turn the heel up, up for 2, and down. Don't touch the floor. So we're pulling the toe down slightly and lifting the heel, getting a little more intensity. And there's that double pulse. Check your abdomen. Be sure that it's in and supporting your back. Come on, a little more. You can do it. Why? Because I said so. Get that toe down, get the heel high. Okay, bring it back. Down, up for 2. Again, let's lift that heel, get the toe down. So at this point, we have the leg extended straight out from the hip, as opposed to having the knees over each other. Or shall I say, one knee over the other. Just hold it up, up. Let's feel that muscle, that outer thigh area get very fatigued, very contracted. That's what we want. We want to work that muscle, overload it, make it strong. A few more, hang in there. Now, if your fitness level requires that you take a stretch, that you take a break at any time, do it. You're gonna find little by little that you get stronger and stronger. Okay, let's take 5 more. Keep that movement very small. 5, 4, 3. Come on, 2 more. 2, and 1. Bring it in, take it down, and let's sit up and take a well-deserved stretch. Sit into the hip, stretch long. Oh yes, that feels so good. Okay, let's do the other side, the other leg. Okay, see, we can make it work in a short time, and we will. So again, let's begin by having the feet in line with the hip. The knees are bent. And again, you can lift the rib cage, have a straight line, or if that's difficult for you to maintain, then go ahead and rest the entire body on the floor, which is what I prefer. Lean forward with the top arm so that your hips are stacked, one on top of the other. The abdomen is in, supporting your back. And here we go, enough said. When you bring the leg down, try not to touch the ankles or the knees. We want to continue to challenge ourselves. Keep going. Now, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure whether I do it exactly the same combination on both sides because I never count, but I guarantee you'll get a great workout both ways, and hey, it keeps it interesting. We'll never get bored. Extend the leg, down and up for 2. You know, there are more than a few ways to skin a cat. More than a few ways to get those outer thighs looking great and shapely and strong and toned. Okay, let's move that leg so the knees are one on top of each other. Down and up for 2. Keep checking your form. Make sure that you're not rolling back, pulling back. You want to have those hips stacked one on top of the other. Now the knees are one on top of the other. The bottom leg is obviously bent. Let's turn that heel up. Don't touch the floor. And now I told you not to wear your cement shoes today. That wasn't even funny, was it? Okay, here's the change. Take it in and out, down and up. If the bottom leg is sliding down, pull it back up where it belongs. Kind of at a 45-degree angle here. Let's bring that leg back so that it's in line with the hip. Let's turn that heel up. Just makes it a little more intense. Remember, we're doing that double pulse at the top to get the most intensity out of the exercise. Hold it up, small movement, very small. Come on, grab that outer thigh area and make it work for you. In your mind's eye, see that area, see the muscle really tightening up. If we keep that movement very small and very intense, well, we are going to get the job done. Use your abdomen. Check your body head to toe, make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Just a few more. How about 5 more? 5, 4. Again, if you need to take a stretch, by all means do, and then start again. Okay. Okay, let's bring it down. And let's sit up and take a good stretch. And you're sitting into the hip to really get a nice long stretch. You must bring your muscles back to their resting length for the safest, most effective workout. Great job. It's important to work opposing muscles equally, so having just sculpted the outer thighs, let's work the inner thighs. Now the position is on the floor, and one leg extended, the other leg, foot on the floor, the knee kind of in a neutral position, so the hips are one on top of the other. You might reach forward with the top arm, and here we go. So it's lift and down. Now as you lift, I'd like you to think about squeezing the inner thighs together. And as you lower, you don't want to touch the floor. You want to let that down movement start the up movement. All the way up. for 2, 2. So as you hold it up for 2, there's that opportunity to really intensify the move. Use your abdomen. The foot can be flexed or pointed. Let's change it so it's up, in, out, and down. So it's like an upside down L. It's up, forward, back, and down. Come on, let's lift it up. A little more. Okay, here's the change. It's lift, press back, press front, and down. So lift, press back, press front, and down. I want you to lift it high so that your inner thighs are touching. Using your abdomen all the time. Keep it going. Okay, as is in the beginning, up for 2, and hold it. Think about contracting the muscle and staying in the contraction. Check to see that your hips are one on top of the other. Sometimes you have to make a little adjustment. Sometimes you have to make a big adjustment. Okay, let's change it again. Up, front, and back. Down, up, that inverted L. And if you're getting a little fatigued, well, that's good. That's my job to offer that to you. Change it, press it back and forward, and down and up. Come on, back and forward. Okay, let's just hold it up and push. Push the inner thighs together, tight and tighter. Last few. Come on, holding your abdomen. If your leg's a little shaky, work into it. And if you haven't gotten this far or this well, if you're already stretching, well, that's great. You'll do more next time. We're there for you. 3, 2, 1, and down. And we're going to sit up and take a stretch. So we're stretching into the extended leg, feeling the muscle elongate, lengthen. And we're going to get all our energy together and do the other leg like we've never done it before, like it's the best thing. We've been looking forward to it for days, for weeks, for years. And maybe we have. All right, let's do it. Okay, let's get our position just so. Remember, the hips are one on top of the other. The leg is extended. Foot is on the floor. The knee is somewhat off the floor, again, in a neutral position. Let's place the head on the arm. Here we go. So it's up and down. The foot is in line with the hip, which is in line with the shoulder. Now, part of the secret of doing this exercise so that you get good results is lifting that leg to the max so that the inner thighs touch. So you squeeze it and down. Remember that extended leg has a soft knee. In other words, the knee is not locked. Check your abdomen, make sure it's down, make sure the shoulders are down. Okay, up for 2 for the power pulse. Up into the intensity. Come on, lift that leg. Come on, I told you not to wear your concrete shoes. It's a joke. Inverted L, so it's up and in and back and down. Up and cross and down. Make the movement very precise. Be very particular about the movement. And of course, we want the form to be very particular. So if you're getting fatigued and the form is starting to go, then you need to stop and take a stretch. The doctor said, so it's up and back, out and down. Push through the air, and push and down. Keep that leg very lifted. Check your hips, make sure they're one on top of the other. Okay, as we did in the beginning. So it's up for 2 and down. Don't touch the floor. Let's do that L, so it's up and front. Working those inner thighs. You know, you could squeeze your gluteal muscles. It certainly is an option. As you get more comfortable with these exercises, you'll be able to do more than 2 things at one time. So it's up, press back, out, and down. Just a few of these. Up, press back. Okay, just a few as we did in the beginning. Up for 2 and down. How about just 2 more? And 1 more. Okay, and sit up and let's extend that leg and stretch it. To work the gluteal muscles, we're going to use 2 variations. One is the standing squat, and the second variation will be on the floor. So we'll start with the feet about shoulder width apart, and the hips are tucked, the abdomen is in, you know, all the usual. And we're going to pull the hips down as if you're sitting back. So let's take it slowly to begin. Down and down. The body stays fairly erect. The weight is in the heels and down. And lift. Now squeeze the gluteal muscles on the last count. And squeeze. And down. Now the hips never go lower than the knees. Keep it going. All the way down. And lift. And squeeze. Squat. Okay, now let's speed it up just a little. So you reach and pull. Let's use the arms. All the way down, pull it up. On the down position, the thigh area should be about parallel with the floor. Down and pull. So you want to make that movement generous. Now let's hold it down for 2. So it's 2. Remember that power pulse. Now, if you're a beginner, you might want to use the chair for your balance. And if you're more advanced, well, you can even use this exercise holding the weights in your hands. Get a little more intensity. Okay, here's the change. So you lift the heel and up. One heel is lifted. Same movement. Come on, all the way down. The hands are on the front of the legs. And down. And down. Okay, let's switch to the other leg. Lift the heel all the way down. Press it up. Down. Press it up. Now this time we're not going all the way up. Both heels down. Down for 2. Down for 2. One more of these. Let's do the faster version. So you're down and pull. Reach and pull. Each time, squeeze those gluteal muscles at the top. Full range of motion. Just a few. Let's take those last few down. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. 2, 1. And you're done. Let's get on the floor. And the fun continues. For the second gluteal variation, we're going to use the chair. I've kind of placed my weights behind the chair to give it stability. And I'd like you to begin by having the feet up on the chair. Now you have to be in the right position. You want to have your hips directly under the knees. And the feet are about shoulder width apart, so you lift and lower. Lift and lower. So the up movement starts the down movement. The down movement starts the up movement. It's continuous. The lower back is pressed to the floor. And I want you to squeeze at the top of the movement. Squeeze and down. You want to get those gluteal muscles as contracted and short as possible. Now let's take it up for 2 for that power pulse. It's an opportunity to intensify the movement. And again, and squeeze. So you feel the gluteal muscle all the way down the hamstring. The chest is open, the shoulders are on the floor, and the neck is relaxed. All the way up, all the way down. It's a very smooth, complete movement. And up, and down, and up. Change it by crossing one leg over the other, and down, and up. You can feel that muscle fatigue, and that's what's so good, because then you know you're getting the job done. At the top for 2, hold it for 2, and down and 2. Keep it going. Okay, you ready? We're going to change legs. Let's not miss a beat here. And up. Make sure that your hips stay under your knee at all times. Sometimes you have to adjust a little bit. All the way up, all the way down. Use your abdomen. As we did in the beginning, up for 2, and down. So now the feet are shoulder width apart again. I want you to really squeeze at the top. Give it all. You can feel those muscles. You can feel them working. You can feel them getting pretty. Okay, here's a change. So it's up, touch the knees, and apart and down. Up, knees in. I want you to squeeze those knees together while the muscle is contracted. Last time. At the top, it's up and up. Stay right there, shorten it, very small movement. Stay in that muscle, no release. 2 and 1, bring it down and bring the knees to your chest, good work. The hamstring exercise following the gluteal exercise is really quite efficient in sculpting the back of the legs. So let's get in the hamstring workout position. That would be on the elbows and knees. And we're going to lift the abdomen to support the back. Make sure that you have something cushioned under your body. So it's out and down, and lift and down. And you can flex the foot or point it, whatever feels good to you. I like it flexed. You want to lift the leg about hip high, no higher. That's hip high. And I'd prefer that you don't drop your head down. You want to have a fairly straight and neutral line from your head to your tailbone. And lift. And lift. So you want to bring the leg about hip high and then just about to the floor. Now for 2. So you hold it. And down, hold for 2. All the time using the abdomen, checking head to toe, making sure everything is in its proper place. And here we have that power pulse where we're getting up into the muscle and holding the contraction. A little more. I want you to picture that muscle getting contracted. Now let's change it. Out and in. Press it out and in. Now the knee remains about hip high. If you have a mirror, it's very, give you some good information to check it out, see that your form is correct. Press and pull as if the air were thick. Okay, we're going to change it, so it's up for 2, and bring the knee all the way down. And up for 2, you might get a little intensity feeling there, a little bonus. All the way down. Checking your abdomen. Okay, now I want you to just hold it up and intensify. Pressing the heel into the air, maybe 1/4 of an inch in each direction. Lift the knee so it's about hip high. Press and press. Press. A little more. Okay, extend the leg as we did in the beginning. Take it down, up for 2. You can look down and make sure that both hips are facing the floor equally. Everything's under control. Okay, change it. Take it in, press it out. I want you to really concentrate on that intensity of the hamstring, getting short and lengthening. Okay, I want you to change it. Just pulse it up. Hold it up there. Get into the contraction, into the muscle without a release. Make sure that the body is lifted. Come on, keep it about hip high. And if the leg gets a little shaky, see if you can work into it. If you're just beginning, don't get discouraged. Take a stretch when you have to and start again when you're able. That's all the part of knowing your fitness level and respecting it. Very important. Okay, last few. Last 2. Last one, bring it down. Take a stretch. Get ready for the other leg. Let's work the other leg in just the same way and have just as much fun with all the intensity. Okay, let's get in the proper position. So take it down and up. Now you may notice that I'm not in the habit of counting very much in the workout. I like to kind of listen to and feel the music. So I sometimes might be guilty of doing a slightly uneven count on either leg, but the intensity will remain the same, so we get the job done. So you want to bring your leg down and no higher than hip high. Okay, up for 2, the power pulse. I want you to think of this not as a bounce, but as an opportunity to intensify the contraction at the peak of the movement. We're going to change it, bring it in and press it out. So it's a 2-sided movement. I want you to pull and press, so you pull and press. The knee stays on one level. Separate the shoulder blades, lift the abdomen. And really focus in on that muscle doing its work. Sculpting that muscle, making it great. Let's change it. Up for 2 and down. Oh yeah. You feel that little resistance there, that little tug. You know you're working hard. Again, if you're a beginner and this is a little advanced for you, then take a stretch when you need to, and you can always start again or do more next time. Okay, let's hold it at the top and just push it up. Small movement. I want you to push into the contraction, push into it. Feel that muscle tightening up. As we did in the beginning. So you're up for 2 and down. Now, if you're getting fatigued and you're sort of listing or swaying to one side, look down, make sure that your hips are facing the floor equally, and fix it up. You know, as we get fatigued, sometimes the form goes, and we don't want that. Proper form is more important than repetition. We're going to change now. So you're up and in and extend. Remember, you're pushing and pulling as if you had a pulley attached, safeting your foot to the wall. Come on, push and squeeze. A few more in this position. Okay, now we're going to push it up. So press and press. Press into the muscle. There's not any release here. You're making it intensifying with each movement. Okay, stay in it. Check your form. Make sure that you don't get sloppy as you get fatigued. A few more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and stretch it long. We're going to work the abdominal muscles, giving them the respect they deserve. So I'd like you to have the chair to put your feet on while we work the muscle. You're going to start with your knees about in line with the chair and make sure it's a sturdy chair. And we're going to roll down so that the lower back is on the floor, but the shoulder blades are lifted. Now the feet come on the chair and they're about shoulder width apart. The knees are shoulder width apart. Here we go. So it's middle and up and middle, but not all the way down. The shoulder blades stay lifted off the floor. Drop the head back. Let your head feel heavy on your fingertips. And you want to breathe out on the lift. Let's work very thoroughly, very precisely. Really picture that muscle getting short and shorter. Now 2 at the top, let's do it. Up and down, but not all the way down. Now think about this. Your shoulders are lifting as a result of the abdominal muscles contracting, not the other way around. And sometimes as you think it, so you do it. Elbows are open, head is back. Okay, placing one leg over the other, continue. Keep it going. Remember the shoulder blades, stay lifted from the floor. Now we're going to work into an oblique movement, shoulder for 2. You have one hand placed on the same leg, and you're kind of using it for a little bit of intensity here, a little pull. In this movement, we're not bringing the elbow in, we're bringing the shoulder in. Change other side and in. Lift it. Working the side of the abdominal area. Come on, stay up. Don't let those shoulders touch the floor. Drop the head back and breathe. Last one. Now you have both feet on the chair. Lift for 2. And come down halfway. Now we'll do a slight intensity increase here. Now as you lift, I want you to lift the hips slightly. Hips, down, and hips. So you're kind of crunching into the middle. The hips and the shoulders lifted about the same time. The head is back. Now we're going to do that crunch for 2 counts. 2. I want you to squeeze the gluteal muscles. Think about if there were a hinge in the center and you were hinging in. few. Okay, I want you to just stay at the top and lift. Lifting the hips, dropping the head back, and lifting the shoulders. Come on. Few more. Few more. Tighten it, and down, and reach along. Let's cool down. So let's lie on the mat, lie on the floor, and take a deep breath. Now let's bring the knee to the chest with the hands under the knee and really pull it in, stretch. And let the leg fall across the body. Both shoulders remain pretty much on the floor. Hold it. And let's bring the leg back into the chest and lift the leg. And in and down. Again, a deep breath, stretch the arms. Let's bring the other leg into the chest, all the way in. And let the leg fall across the body to the other side. And again into the chest, lifting the leg for a little more intensity, a little flexibility. Now we're going to support ourselves, coming up and facing the legs, and let's reach for the calves, the ankles, the feet, whatever is your particular level of flexibility, and hold it. And up. Pulling the toe toward the calf, get a nice long stretch. And the other leg. And facing the front, with one leg extended. Let's bring the shoulders up and press down. And the ear to the shoulder, let your head feel heavy. The other side. And let's cross the feet in front of the body and wrap the arms around the legs, around the back, sit back. And now sit tall, straighten the back. Once more, drop back. All the way back. And tall. And you are on your way to a beautiful sculpted body. See you next time.